that just came out. Matthew Boxer, the state controller, just came out with a report, and possibly you know about all this. It's the county colleges and the excessive and rampant waste and abuse in salaries and perks going to all the top college administrators. And sure enough, I looked at about 5 or 6 different articles from newspapers reporting on Matthew Boxer's report. I didn't read New Jersey Star Ledger. Maybe Jim Bittner could talk about that. But one thing, everyone had nice prominent Union County College, prominent right in there, talking about Thomas Brown back in 2010. He retired, and another lady named
President of the Union County.
President, yeah. There's now a new president, McMiniman, whatever she is. But anyway, Thomas Brown retired. But they kept talking about his salary was about $410,000, and he was on sabbatical, and they were paying him, and they were also paying a second person. They gave him an extra $150,000 for his retirement, which was like 10 times as much as he was supposed to get. And then they also gave him a going away present of $1 million. Nice check for $1 million. Well, I stood up at the comment portion of the freeholder meeting, and I said, you know, anything you guys are connected to is just waste, and just rampant waste and abuse. And I kind of left it at that. I did mention before that I was going to be talking about State Controller Matthew Boxer and his study about community colleges. I would assume you're paying attention to it. Union County, and I'm talking about Jersey Herald, New Jersey Net, the Republic, NewJersey.com, Philly.com, all these articles. Union College, well represented right in every article. Let me just read in Boxer's order found. The largest amount, let's see, it talks about the average total payment to New Jersey's community college presidents exceeded $250,000 in 2010. Boxer's order found. The largest amount, $441,000, went to then president of Union County College, who was on sabbatical that year. That was Thomas Brown. He's since retired. While he received full pay and benefits, the college concurrently paid another person to perform his duties. That's just amazing. The money, you don't have no concept of money. I can see that. Like I said, throw out something that the county's involved with, and you can throw out 2, 3 items that there's problems with it. I mean, again, the biggest contribution of more than $150,000, or about 15 times the required amount, this is for a pension, went to Thomas Brown, the then president of Union County College. More than required. You gave him $150,000 more. There was another article that talked about, I think it was NewJersey.com, talked about $1 million. You had to give him $1 million. I don't remember seeing that in any of the resolutions. You know, that one, I don't know, must have slipped by me. It's just amazing. The county colleges now, I mean, I know you got McMiniman or whatever her name is over there, but here it is. When Brown stepped down, he received a separate $1 million lump sum retirement distribution. I mean, it's just, obviously Union County government is here to enrich only those connected, only those that are connected to the county, only those that are connected to a senator who controls from behind. So only those from the UCIA director. And I keep saying, think about it, all of you up there, you better start thinking about honesty and integrity and taxpayer dollars. Mr. Bittner's not the only taxpayer here. I come here too, and I constantly point out the waste and abuse, and yet you guys just continue on and on and on. And here it is, Union County comes out, article after article, Union County College, hundreds of thousands of dollars, up to $1 million. I'm sorry, I mean, terms like disgusting comes out, and other people say that. I mean, I'm just always beside myself. But thank you very much for listening.
All right, Mr. Patterson.
Anyway, in the freeholder closing comments, I guess they decided to excoriate me on my comments, and so they came back and they said, well, and this is Sullivan. Of course, Sullivan, you can't really believe anything anyway. But Sullivan says that we have nothing to do with Union County College. Union County College is a separate legal entity. And I'll tell you what, I will grant him that. However, then he goes on to say, we have nothing to do with Union County College, but we fund 1/3 of its budget. So they don't have anything to do with it, but they fund 1/3 of its budget.
And they don't know how it's being spent.
Yeah, they don't know how it's being spent, although they just give $13 million to the county college. But anyway, also they have the seniors college scholarships, the STARS scholarships, all these other scholarships. So I mean, like they're pumping money like crazy into this college, and they have nothing to do with it.
One of the speakers earlier mentioned about Union County College, various things that happen there. Let's get something straight. Union County College is a separate legal entity, separate and apart from the county of Union. The county's contribution to the college is about $13 million a year. We don't authorize any bills they pay, anyone they hire, anyone they fire, anything they do there, classes, anything like that. That is all controlled by the administration and the board of trustees at Union County College. So, as I said, one of the speakers said something about whatever it was, retirement packages for Dr. Brown coming before here. That's because it never came before here. It doesn't come before here. We don't have anything to do with how they operate that, short of working with them on the budget and providing the funding, which is about 1/3, and about another 1/3 comes from state funding, and the other 1/3 comes from tuition. So that's the extent of that. So I want to be absolutely clear to everyone here. Whatever happened with Dr. Brown, or whatever this report was by the state controller, that relies on the board of trustees. So if you have a question then, I would think you should visit the board of trustees at Union County College.
I've been going to meetings, I'm sure everybody else here has also, and there's Thomas Brown or Union County College kids or administrators all in front of the freeholders in the beginning of certain meetings, and they're getting proclamations, they're getting slapped on the back, and the freeholders are using all this for a photo op. So I mean, the freeholders in Union County College are connected, and of course, Union County government being the bad apple affects everything else, and this is what we're seeing. Matthew Boxer, the state controller, coming out with his report, and Union County College is obviously one of the more aggressive colleges in wasting money. So, I don't know, you want to say something about that?
Yeah, I'd like to say something about it. I thought Mr. Sullivan, Freeholder Sullivan's remarks were a little bit disingenuous. What is going on in Union County College is the same dark hole of spending money that's not accounted for to the taxpayers as what is happening in the Rawway Performing Arts Center. That is funded by taxpayer money, and they claim they don't know what the money is being spent for, year after year, and they just keep funding it.
Yeah, let me just bounce over next door from Union County government and just gloss over a little bit. Kean College. Now that's been in the news. Everybody knows about Kean College. Dr. Farahi and who's the president of Kean College, him making $293,000 or something like that, and it turns out he falsified a lot of his resume, and of course Lesniak's behind this whole thing, pumped a lot of his cronies on the board, the teachers, and this is another college in Union County, of course, that's being tainted. So, but a lot of the teachers, 94% no confidence vote to the board of trustees, who had voted to keep Farahi on there, even though he falsified his resume. And what they actually came out when they kept him, they kept his tenure, they actually said, well, when you talk about integrity, we're really talking about integrity of the students and the staff, not the administrator. So anyway, the teachers got together, no confidence vote on Farahi. On the board of trustees. They also had a no confidence vote the other year on Friday, which I think was 83% no confidence. Basically, what you see is probably that percentage that voted in confidence are probably cronies of and relatives of Lesniak and maybe even the freeholders, but and of politicians. Those are the ones that, of course, are going to vote that they have full confidence because they're just part of a bad system. But this is what we're looking at. Everything in Union County, bad, tainted. Anything that has to do with taxpayer money, tainted.